All right, so this is a mail call and a first impressions on the most budget blade I've ever bought online. This is a Temu blade, and you've seen a lot of these on the channel if you actually watch this. So, of course, and it even looked like it in the advertisement photos, this is totally pleather as far as the scabbard goes. And just at a distance, this looks like some cartel shit you'd see on like Ghost Recon Wildlands. If any of you play games, you know what I'm talking about. Just got that vibe to it. On a flash sale, this thing was like $4, and it's got a. I just love it. I just love the shape of it, the grind of it, and I don't know all the freaking specs on knives. For me, my specs on a knife is getting it out and abusing it and seeing what it does. So let me see here. The MT003, and there's a couple different variations. There's one that's got some holes up here, but overall it looks like the same damn knife. But as far as I got a pretty big freaking mitt right there, and it still has real estate for the lanyard out the back end of my hand. So you're getting a freaking honking blade here, and that's my taste in knives, is basically sharpened crowbars. So for less than $10 to my door, this big bastard's gonna get beat on, and I just can't help but love it. And now this is a little bit more outside the realm of what I normally buy as far as like designs like that, because generally I think designs like that are kind of, yeah. I just think that this is a nice fun blade, and at the price that it was, I was like, let's just see if it even shows up. And by golly, it did. So I don't know, let's go use this a little bit, and if it rolls, it ain't that big a deal. You know, $4, not too bad. It's like 4 and change, I think is what I paid for it. But hell yeah, it's kind of weighty. And DC 53 steel, yeah, I don't believe that for a freaking second. Not even a little bit. So yeah, let's go do some whacking with this thing. So that's the same super dry wood I've been using on all my previous tests. Pretty dry shit, honestly. So again, if you look at that, I mean, that shit is ultra dry. So this is pretty solid old dry wood there. And so far it doesn't look like there's any chipping or rolling or any of the damage I would expect to the edge. So we are going to attempt to baton this thing. And again, good seasoned wood. Let's look at this edge. Not really seeing any damage to it. No warping. Not seeing any waviness to it. You know, like the edge getting warpy on like some of them cheap Walmart blades, like the freaking Winchester Bowie. It's a giant piece of crap. This thing, I'm not seeing any edge warping, and you would see it in the sun in that reflection. And I'm not feeling it. So so far, that's not too terrible for a $10 knife, and they're generally 20. Sometimes like 19, just depending on when you get it. And I was kind of expecting this wood to shatter too, as far as the handles. And I don't see any cracking on the wood. Now, of course, the day is young, and this is just kind of a first impression, but you know, not bad. This shit's crazy hard, so it's just, sometimes it's just snapping. But it's not bad. Okay, so with a little bit of use that I've shown here, still nothing's warped. Not bad at all. Just kind of checking the sunlight here too a little, see if there's any chipping or rolling. I can't really see any. It's not. I can't tell any damage from that seasoned hardwood at all. Nothing, man. This thing's pretty freaking sick, honestly. And it's got a lot of weight out in that front end, like as far as chopping action. This front end has got a lot of weight, I think, due to this kind of bump up right there. The handle is not giving me any hot spots either. It's actually pretty smooth. It's wood. I have no clue what kind of wood that is, but so far it's holding up. I mean, I do expect this to crack though. There's just, for some reason, these handles just kind of feel like they're going to give up the ghost at some point. They don't feel super solid. They feel nice right now, and I might be surprised. These things may hold on for a long time. But if they don't hold on, then I will probably just put something new on it. You know, it's not going to hurt it to put a different set of handles on it. But as far as just the blade in itself, it's holding up good. I can't complain about that. Every bit worth the $4 to $5, or $4 and change to my door on that flash sale. And like I said, it's like 20. Buying a new, and this isn't a clone of anything. I know there's some people that dislike that I'm doing clones and stuff. And I mean, there's some issues with that, but unless somebody is getting rid of every Chinese product in their house, you've probably got something that's been copied, intellectual property wise anyway. So I'm not going to worry about a production knife. This isn't a clone. It's just some freaking Chinesium, which I enjoy a good $20 Chinesium. So this is what this is. And man, I freaking dig it. I really, like I said, I don't think that that's DC-53 like it supposedly says on the blade there. There's no way that's DC-53 or whatever. Special super steel, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know enough about that to even care. I just know if it holds up, I like it. And I freaking like this. The scabbard sucks. It's one step up from compressed cardboard. Let's look at that for a second. So, just looking at the scabbard in a serious manner, this is like faux leather for sure, which I call pleather, because it's probably mostly oil product of some sort. I still think the design's kind of cool, but at the same time, not necessarily what my style is. If this was actual, like legit top grain leather, this would be a pretty cool scabbard. I think it's just too floppy. They did put a a welt in it that's probably cardboard or some fiberboard. But the design ain't bad. It just needed to be more heavy duty. But overall, you can't ask for everything. I mean, there's $100, $300 or $400 knives that come without a scabbard. And so for 20 bucks to get a decent piece of steel, even if you might have to put new handles on it, which, I mean, honestly, let's look at that. It's holding up, and yes, I've got a bloody finger here from a mishap yesterday. You mess around with this stuff long enough, you will get a taste of your own medicine. It just is what it is. But I really wish I knew what kind of wood that is, because it's like the kind of wood that they would make a cheap fretboard for a guitar out of. It's just kind of got that, like, I don't know, man. I think you get what I'm saying. But I'm just gonna roll it till the wheels fall off, and if the handles break, then that's what happens, and they'll get new ones. But like, I'm pretty impressed for being a cheap ass blade like that. And so I'm gonna call this the Cartel fixed blade chopper or something or other, because it's just got the Cartel vibe, like I said earlier. First impressions, every bit worth 20 doll hairs. So if you're into just beating on some cheap Chinesium, this is for you. And I'll be back with some more knife stuff here coming soon. I've got a few things coming in the mail, and let's just say a generous gift from another YouTuber coming in the mail in the blade category. So that'll be coming down the pike whenever that arrives. So this is out for this. I actually like this. Don't expect the world from it as far as it just, being the greatest knife you ever had. But if the handles hold up, man, this is pretty adequate. I would suggest a better scabbard, which you can probably make out of Kydex or whatever, or make it out of leather. But a fun blade, if nothing else. So with that, we'll see you next time.